All rise. Judge Vanderby Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1020, Jenkins case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Harrison,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I am here today to request child support and back pay for my 2-year-old daughter.
Okay. And where is Dad?
That's a really good question. I'm wondering the same myself.
I mean, me too. It looks like he was served to be here today.
Yep.
So we can just continue without him.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know how much Dad makes? Do you have any financial information on him whatsoever?
I know he definitely makes over $100K a year.
Okay. And what does he do for a living?
He's a neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon, all right. Do you have an exact...
All right, folks, buckle up. Today we're diving into the Harrison case, and it's already heating up. Miss Harrison is taking legal action to secure child support and back pay for her 2-year-old daughter. But here's the twist. The child's father, a highly paid neurosurgeon, didn't even bother to show up in court despite being properly served. Bold move? Sure. Smart move? Definitely not. The judge isn't playing games and made it clear. This case will move forward, with or without him. Miss Harrison says the father rakes in over $130,000 a year, yet hasn't contributed a single cent to his daughter's upbringing. Now, with the judge preparing to crunch the numbers on his financial obligations, we're headed for a dramatic legal showdown. Let's break it down.
Amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know how long he's been a neurosurgeon?
About at least 7 years.
7 years, okay. And you said he makes over 100. Do you have an exact number that he makes?
If I had to guesstimate, I would say about 130.
130? That's about average?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And did you do any research to see if that was like customary for somebody who's been a neurosurgeon for all that time? Or is that like entry?
I think that's about average, so it definitely could be higher.
Okay. So we'll just base it at that then.
Okay.
Okay. And then you say you're requesting back pay.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, he hasn't provided anything?
That's correct.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. My name is Vonda Bailey and I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, and I handle matters that are related to child support, child custody, divorce, and adoption. So if you need help in any one of those areas, please feel free to give me a call. Anything?
That's correct.
Okay. Did your daughter go to daycare or anything like that?
Yes, but I provide health care and daycare for my daughter.
Thank you for saying that. How much is health care?
That is about $125.
$125?
Monthly, yes.
Okay. And the $125, is that for your daughter only, or is that for you as well?
Daughter only.
Okay.
Miss Harrison takes the stand with quiet confidence and lays out her case with precision. She makes it clear. The father is a practicing neurosurgeon, earning an estimated $130,000 a year, more than enough to provide financial stability for their daughter. But despite his 6-figure salary, he's contributed nothing. No help with bills. No coverage for daycare. Not even a dime toward health care. Miss Harrison explains she's been carrying the full weight of their child's expenses on her own. Every doctor visit, every daycare payment, every necessity, while the father remains completely absent, both physically and financially. The judge listens intently, clearly struck by the financial imbalance. Her testimony doesn't just highlight neglect. It paints a vivid picture of a mother fighting to secure what her daughter deserves. With every word, the momentum shifts further in her favor. This case is heading straight toward a turning point.
Okay. Let's see. So we're going to do some calculations here. Does he have any other children?
Yes, he has 2 other children.
2 other children. Okay. So based on 16%. And he will have to reimburse you the $125 back. Okay. Per month for the child. He's not here to dispute or say anything different, so it'll be based on the testimony that you provide, assuming, of course, that you're being honest about what the numbers are. Based on 130, roughly about 130, I have his gross at $11,333 a month, which brings his net to $8,550. Reimbursement for the $125 health insurance child support amount comes out to $1,485. Now, you said you want back child support. Are you asking for that for the past 24 months since your daughter has been born, or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been in and out of the picture, but not financially, and I truly believe parenting it takes both sides to be there, so.
I mean, correct. I just wasn't sure if you were asking from the date of birth or it was a certain number of months that you were looking for.
Yeah, 24 months.
24 months, okay. So, $1,485 at the past 24 months is $35,640 a month. So, what we'll do, because that number is so high, is add $500 for the back pay.
My name's Naru Witherspoon. I'm an attorney and I'm licensed in Illinois, Texas, and Missouri. I handle cases for families all over the nation. And I want to talk to you about Vonda Bailey. Vonda Bailey is a family law attorney and she handles high profile, high net worth cases. If you're listening to this message and you're a high value individual, a high profile individual, you must give Vonda Bailey a call. What does that mean? If you have properties, if you have assets, if you have 401k plans, compensation packages that are complex, I want you to give Vonda Bailey a call. Vonda Bailey, she's an amazing attorney. She might be expensive, but it's worth it. Give Vonda Bailey a call.
The judge doesn't waste a second. With quiet intensity, he crunches the numbers, calculating child support based on the father's estimated $130,000 annual income. He factors in healthcare costs, Miss Harrison's full financial burden, and even the father's 2 other children. After a thorough review, the judge delivers the verdict: $1,485 per month in child support. But Miss Harrison isn't done yet. She pushes for back pay minus 24 months' worth, and the judge doesn't hesitate. He grants it in full, $35,640 in arrears. To make it manageable, the court tacks on an extra $500 a month until the back pay is cleared. Since the father failed to show up despite being properly served, he forfeits any right to contest the calculations. A default order is entered. The ruling is final. This is a textbook case of what happens when you ignore a courtroom summons. You lose the fight before it even starts.
So, pretty much after the $35,640 is paid off, the $500 that you will be receiving additionally will go back down to the $1,485. So $1,485 plus $500, that brings your monthly obligation, well, his monthly obligation that you will receive for the child to $1,985. Okay? And that obligation will start on the 1st of next month, and once the withholding order and everything goes to his employer, you'll receive that amount every month. Okay. Now, he has the right to come back and dispute that if he believes the amount is incorrect. But today, because he didn't show up, I'm going to go ahead and enter a default.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Just one quick question. If my number is lower and it turns out that he does with you more, is that number going to change?
That's a great question, and yes, it will change.
Okay.
Unless he can, like I said, if he can bring in something that shows differently, and if he brings in any financial documents that shows that it's higher, his child support will be raised.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, you are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.